Hey guys, it's Nate from PlayYourCourt.com. Today we're talking about how to reset your mental game in less than 1 minute. All right guys, so we are talking mental toughness today on the couch, talking a little sports psychology, and we're gonna jump into it. We're talking about this method in order to reset your mental game. And really what we're talking about is centering. And this is tough to do because it's about being in the moment, and it's about not being in the past and not being in the future. And I've had a lot of experience with this. I've talked about it very briefly, but as a junior, when I was 17 years old, I had a pretty horrific accident where I pretty much lost my dominant arm. You can see all these awesome scars. The surgery, just basically reconnecting tendons and ligaments. I mean, everything was severed. But it was a really rough time because at 17, I was a senior in high school. I had scholarships to several universities, and they were all withdrawn. I couldn't play. I finished my senior year playing left-handed, and then I rehabbed, and I ended up at a D3 school and later walked on to a Division I school. But the what ifs and the why me's, man, they really, it was a plague there for a little while. And although the injury taught me patience and appreciation, because I think, God, every single day that I had my arm, I was able to do anything, right? Like I was able to play tennis. But there was a lot of back and forth, like kind of once I got over that appreciation phase, really getting on the tennis court and looking in the past or thinking of the future. And I learned this method about centering. So how does my injury relate to you? Well, we've all, at some point, we're all going to face an injury. Maybe you've had an ACL or a rotator cuff. I mean, they're tough injuries to come back from. And we often think about who we were before and who we want to be, and the pathway that leads us there. But it doesn't have to just be injuries, right? I mean, it can be anything that affects confidence, and it can be personal. We're talking a change in careers, a divorce, anything that leaves a baggage that becomes toxic on the court that comes to surface. Or it could just simply be something that you're playing league, the captain puts you on 3 doubles, and you can't get over the fact that you're not on court 1, that you're upset, right? Like, you'd be playing so much better if you were being challenged and playing on court 1, and why is it 3-all with, you get the picture, right? So let's talk about how to center. Let's talk about how to get into the now, all right? So first, the very first thing we have to do is whatever it is that's bothering us, right? As soon as it comes into our mind, that instead of running away from it, engage with it, all right? Take a moment and go, okay, I feel this way. And so something that I would do, something that I was taught, is I would envision myself writing out what was bothering me, and then in my hand I would crumble up the piece of paper and I would throw it away, right? Because avoiding it's not going to be the answer, because I can tell you now, it's like the ending of Ghostbusters, the original, right? Whatever comes in your mind is going to be your demise. And there's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man ready to destroy you tried to think of something happy, but it still destroyed you, right? So face it. All right, so now we're going to talk about what is this technique that you can do in under a minute. So you have to clear the cache, right? And that's by writing it down and throwing it away. But now we're going to talk about the senses, and we're going to go through all 5 of them. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to find 5 things, right? Not 1, 5. You're going to find 5 things that you see, all right? So maybe you're looking for the wind. Maybe you're looking at a tree. There's a windsock. You're trying to figure out what your environment is. Where is the sun? And I always like that because nature will always be a calming mechanism. All right, 2, look at your opponent, right? Like, what are they telling you? Are they confident? Do they look, do they look unconfident? Do they look tired? Right? This is all really, really valuable information. And so forth. But those are the things that you're looking for. If the crowd pumps you up, if there is a crowd, if you have a team that's cheering you on, look to the crowd. If they make you nervous, don't look there. That's a big part, and especially with juniors, looking to mom and dad isn't always great unless you really, really have them as that support system. But definitely find those things around you. All right, so number 4, what we're going to be talking about is what you hear. Okay, so find 4 things you hear. Maybe it's birds chirping, maybe it's a jackhammer off in the distance, maybe it's kids laughing, maybe it's music, something that's going to bring you into the now. All right, and something that'll hopefully put a smile to your face. If it's an annoyance, same thing. If it's that jackhammer, put it on your piece of paper, throw it away, right? Mentally do that. All right, and the third thing we're going to talk about after we've had the seeing, the hearing, the third thing we're going to talk about is touch. All right, so 3 things you can touch. Maybe it's the grip on your racket, right? Nice and tacky, find your grip, work through it. Maybe it's your water bottle. Maybe it's tying your shoes, but bring touch in. Toes in the shoes. If you're lining up to serve, one of my favorite, spread the toes, find your balance, center through the toes. All right, and number 2, we're gonna be talking about 2 things that you can smell. All right, maybe you're at a park and somebody's cooking not too far. Maybe somebody's wearing cologne. Maybe it's spring and the flowers. You know, there's always something you can smell. Look for it, right? You could go an entire match and not even notice it, but take a moment to find something you can smell. All right, and the last one is going to be taste. Maybe it's your Gatorade, your Powerade, maybe it's your gum. Maybe it's the absence of taste at all. Right, by searching for it, you'll put yourself in the moment. So by doing these 5 things, you're going to center yourself and put you in the right now. Right, it's all about this point, this game, right? This particular match, not about what match occurred last year. What about what could have been or what could have, happened? The what ifs. Right, center yourself, be in the moment, and be thankful. All right, enjoy it. All right, at the end of the day, tennis is, unless you're getting a paycheck, it's a hobby, and it's about really enjoying what you're doing. All right, guys, I really hope you enjoyed today's content. If you did, please hit the like button. If you never want to miss a Play Your Court video, hit subscribe, and definitely check out the platform. So much cool stuff there. A lot of us are hitting the courts. If you're looking for a tennis partner, a lesson, if you're just looking for more instruction, it's all on the website. Guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you soon.